Well, thank you. Thank you, all of you. And I want to thank Aubrey for his tremendous leadership, the great work that really has been done at Department of Transportation, and Jennifer at DPRT and all the folks, and Charlie, the great work at VDOT. Really been a great collection. I want to thank all the CTB members for working with us through this process. I think we all realize how we got here. When I got elected and inaugurated, as you know, we inherited some very tough projects, which we had to fix. Route 460, the Midtown Tunnel. We got rid of the funding, tolling on the Martin Luther King Expressway. We reduced the tolls in the Midtown Tunnel for those folks, low-income individuals. I mean, it doesn't do you any good building new toll capacity if you're crippling the ability of people to go on those roads and get to work. It really sort of defeats the purpose. So, we inherited some things, the 460, the amount of money that was lost on that. So we decided and worked together there is a better way to do this, to take the politics out of it. And standing here today, the great news is with HB2, it's now out. And I could say to the secretary tomorrow, I'd like this road. He'd say, well, good luck, go drive on it. But it's about the only say you have in that road, which is actually a good thing. I come from a business background. I think we're trying to bring efficiencies to the government. I do want to think, I know tomorrow, you've got to vote on all these 6-year projects that we have. We, as you know, had 130 localities request $7 billion of funding for projects, and tomorrow about $1.7 billion. You'll fund 163 projects, and when you look at it now, it's all done. It's data driven. It's done by metrics. Does it ease congestion? Does it have an economic development component? How is the environmental issues? How are the land use issues? These are what these decisions should be made on, and that's what you're all doing. So I really thank you for it. If you look at the Commonwealth today, and I thank all the folks who came before us, and Governor McDonald knows before me, the legislature who fought to finally get some funding, should have done it much earlier, but finally we have some funding to actually get things done. And HR TAC, we now can help the Hampton Roads region. But just think what we've been able to accomplish now in the last 27 months. Northern Virginia, we're about done with everything we promised Northern Virginia when I ran for governor. There's not much else we can actually do. By the time we're done, by 2020, we'll have over 80 miles of seamless express lanes to give drivers and commuters a real opportunity. We're now going to extend, as you know, 8 miles up on 395 to the district line. We're going south on 95 to get around that Garrisonville flywheel, which has caused us tremendous amount of problems in fixing that. 66, as you know, it has been 30 years a political problem. For 30 years, we have not been able to do anything inside the Beltway on 66. We got a historic deal. It was quite a process, I'll leave it at that. Little misinformation politically out there, but that's the life we all sort of lead in. But now, outside the Beltway, the most congested region in the United States of America, the most congested road in the most congested region, we've actually got something done, which we should all be very, very proud. To continue to work on the metro issues that we have. I'm very proud that of the 3 jurisdictions, we were very tough. We were very vocal. We needed someone inside metro whose number one issue was safety. Other jurisdictions, which was clearly their right, was more into getting accountants and bean counters. I always said, and Aubrey felt that, we can always hire those. And now we have folks up there who really care about safety. They're fixing that system. I don't have to tell anybody around this room the importance of the metro to the Northern Virginia and to the entire Commonwealth of Virginia economy. Just go out and visit Tyson's Corner today and look at the cranes that are out there today and the new economic activity. We go on to Reston Wheelie and Dulles and then on beyond to Loudon. With these new stops, it's given us a lot of opportunities to do a lot of different things. So if you look at the Northern Virginia corridor, we've done everything we promised we would do. Hampton Roads, I've always talked about what a great opportunity. I honestly believe if the Hampton Roads region ever got their act together and all worked together, which hopefully they now will be better able to do with HR TAC and Go Virginia and all these other things we're trying to get done, that is such a dynamic region, but it was crippled, obviously, because of tunnels and bridges and all the issues that. Hello, Jim. I hope it wasn't traffic that made you late. Maybe you can help fix this. But the Hampton Roads region, so now we're adding capacity on 64, which is one thing very important to me, all the way, and I know you've got to vote on this, all the way from Hampton Roads and up to Williamsburg, and then, of course, Williamsburg up to 295, and you'll be looking at that. But all the work inside Hampton Roads that has been done. Route 29, for those in the Charlottesville region, finally have some activity going there. That's been a long, long time coming. And then opening up these communities through rail that really need more ACT Transit opportunity going forward. We do have a submission into the Secretary of Transportation federally. This Atlantic Gateway is something very important, a $1.3 billion, $1.4 billion project. You know, if we can get 200 or close to it from the federal government, the idea we could have capacity now, freight and passenger going all the way from the district line all the way down to Richmond and then on into North Carolina. Huge opportunity for us. We'll own the S line with the idea, and I thank Aubrey and his team and Jennifer for the great negotiating, the idea that we could actually take that over, heading us into North Carolina. So as I stand here today, it is a new Virginia, not only with our economy. Also, I announced a 3.9% unemployment rate the other day, lowest we have had since June of 2008. More workers now than any time in our history. 27 straight months of job growth. More workers today than any time in Virginia history. Our initial unemployment claims just hit a 41-year low. The key is bringing in these new businesses, cyber, data, proteomics, human genome sequencing, bio. You can't do that if folks can't move around their communities. So transportation is such a key element when I talk about building that new Virginia economy. We've been very successful. I've done, not that I'm counting, 693 economic development projects since I've been governor, $11.2 billion in new capital, which has shattered every record, and one of the reasons we're able to do it, business friendly, low taxes, but now they know we're serious about fixing our transportation. And you'll move here because of our schools, but as someone who's lived in Northern Virginia 25 years, we were at the breaking point. People were not going to come to Northern Virginia because it shouldn't take an hour and a half to go see your kids play a ball game in the afternoon. There are other places they can go, and I think we realize that. So the changes that you have all made and the votes you're about to take, I just want, on behalf of the citizens of the Commonwealth of Virginia, thank all of you for the tremendous work that you have done. We're doing great, and we can't take our foot off the gas, literally, figuratively. We got a lot of projects to go in the next year and a half, and I just wanted to come by and say thank you for your tremendous leadership. Thank you. Great. Thank you, everybody.